Oh, hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Tower. Everybody's been getting the Tower lately. I think you're somebody ready for change. I think that you are about to go through the biggest sort of breakthrough, the biggest sort of leveling up of your life. It kind of feels like things have been sort of slow, like things have been kind of stagnating for you. And this is now the punctuation. You're ready for that exclamation point. You're ready for like the next big thing. You're ready for some exciting change. You're ready for an exclamation point in your life, right? The Tower is that exclamation point. As life kind of goes through this way, not really a lot changing, not a lot happening, right? It's just kind of been normal. We're used to it. It's kind of in a routine. The Tower are those moments of, what do they call it? Systole, right? Where your heart beats, boom. It's on the EKG, those big spikes, you know. These are those moments in life that you will remember. This is a significant moment of novelty, a significant experience, a significant time in your life that you will never forget, that you'll tell your kids, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. We're ready for that, okay? And not that your life has been boring or uneventful, but we've been craving this kind of burst of energy. Yeah, this novelty, this punctuation. Yeah, let's put some more cards out and see what we got. Well, now we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Very interesting. We've got we've got the Eon card. Another one of these doorway. This is a fiery doorway, and it's again, it kind of feels like we're ready for this fiery doorway. We've got the Hierophant. Makes sense in the past position. We've got Queen of Wands. Got the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. Seven of Swords. You're moving into a time, a period of time in your life where I think, like, I kind of feel like, in some ways, I feel like people are going to be against you. Not literally, but I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of advice, a lot of people trying to tell you what to do, a lot of people trying to tell you what's real, what's not real. And you're going to have to kind of learn how to field that, you know, learn how to deal with a lot of people's advice and a lot of people kind of telling you kind of what you should do or should not do. And I'm kind of laughing and hesitating because it's so funny in relation to the Hierophant, because I kind of feel like you've become a master at something, that you've become kind of, I don't know, it's like you're the expert here, but then you're at the cocktail party or whatever, and people are kind of telling you, well, maybe have you tried this? Have you looked at this type of thing? Or have you, trying to tell you your business, you know? And I think that's what you've got to be on the lookout for here when you move into the future. And we got the Star card. Oh my gosh, we got the best energy. My hands are shaking. Ten of Pentacles even. The Emperor energy. Yes, that's an interesting relationship here. Okay. The Two of Cups, love. It all ends in love for you. Everything that you do is aimed toward a higher purpose, whether that's kind of like a family thing, or whether that's kind of a personal devotion, whether that's a spiritual thing, whether it's a romantic thing, or, you're kind of, we think of the chariot card as that energy that is out there doing battle on the battlefield, right? The charioteer in the chariot out there doing its thing because of its devotion and commitment to a higher principle, to the king and queen of to the emperor, in effect, right? To the emperor of the land. That's why the chariot's out here doing this stuff. Because it's got a devotion and a loyalty to some higher authority, some higher element, okay? And so I feel that that's the Two of Cups. It's that love for that higher principle that kind of keeps you motivated, right? Whatever that is for you. I don't know if that's your sense of destiny. We do have the Star card here, but this is kind of like, this is the reason why you're out here doing all this work. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're just going to set it down over here and put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the end of the reading, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need, okay? If you have a prediction for that card, at any point, put that prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise, all right? Now, let's take another look around the room. We have major, 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 major. What? That's a lot of major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 major arcana energies. Okay, and the major arcana energies are quite significant. Fire, fire, fire from this fixed earth position, right? It's kind of like this is your previous achievement, and now we're ready for more fire. That's going to lead us then to another sort of solid ground, stabilized energy, fixed earth, Taurus energy. If we think of fire to earth, right, that spiritual electrical circuit of creation, of manifestation, fire to earth. Well, it's fire to earth to fire, to earth to fire, to earth to fire. It's an ongoing process, right? It continues to happen. Creation is not just one and done. A final act of creation, everything's in place. Okay, I can go get a drink. No, it's always kind of, it's always moving forward. It's always fire to earth and then fire to more earth, and it's accomplishment after accomplishment. It's leveling up after leveling up. It's manifestation on a kind of ongoing process routine, So I like that. I like that we have the earth here showing kind of your previous accomplishments, and now it's time to level up. Now you're ready for that next fiery doorway that you've got to struggle with and wrestle with and fight your way through. I feel like with the Hierophant here in the background, I feel like you've gotten a little comfortable. I think you're feeling like, I got to get up and move. Like, I just want to get up and run around and kick the ball around and like lift some weights and exercise. It's kind of like your muscles are feeling stiff. Your body is feeling kind of cold. You got to get up and get some vigorous exercise going, right? And so I feel like you've been on this level for a time. This is very fixed earth energy. Things have been very stable. It's been kind of going this way for a while. We're ready for that punctuation. It's like you're at the gym, and your goal, obviously, is for whatever reason, is to continue to improve your health and your strength and your flexibility and your fitness generally, right? Two of Cups, it's kind of just this love that you have, and you're just going to keep doing it. But you're at the gym, and you've been lifting the same amount of weight. And now it's like, yeah, I mean, you still feel it, but it's easy now. It's not challenging. Say you're I don't know what, 100 pounds, right? And it's just every day it's the same weight, and there's been no change. There's been no leveling up. There's been no breakthroughs, right? And we don't have to look at it physically. We can think of, even in, let's say, psychotherapy or some kind of mental emotional work that we've been doing, right? It's just kind of being in a situation for a long time, and it doesn't seem like anything's happening. Okay, it's the way life kind of goes on steady. A lot of stuff's happening, but it just feels like it's kind of the same old. what you're really looking for is that breakthrough, is that big punctuation. You're ready for that burst of fire that says, oh, okay, wow, now we're cooking with gas. You know, a breakthrough either in your psychological development, your spiritual work, or literally like at the gym that says, okay, I'm ready to go to 110 pounds now, you know. It's that feeling of excitement that, okay, now I get to really do something, and you're going to feel it, you know. And that's the thing with the Tower card, is that we really are going to feel it. And this is something that you want to, I mean, there's a lot of fire here, a lot of fire in the reading altogether. But it's really, it makes us acutely aware of our sort of physical bodies. You know, when you're out there running around, or you're doing squats or push-ups, or you're at the gym or something, it really puts you in touch with your physical body. When I go to the gym, I don't like to have music. I don't like to watch TV. I like to just kind of pay attention to what's going on, because you feel little aches and pains. You know, you feel like, well, maybe my wrist has been kind of acting up, and my knees have always been kind of bad, you know. But you can really kind of feel your muscles moving and stretching and tearing and doing their thing. And I feel that's very important for you, okay, is being in touch with the physical process of what you're doing. Now, let's get to the cards themselves. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Your vision of the future now is, it's not so much changing, but it's time for you to reevaluate it. So it's kind of like, this is saying that this is that point in time where you've got to sort of, you're in that Hierophant energy. You just kind of have to stop, look around, and set your sights on the next goal. Okay, 150 pounds, here I come. And then we get that tower and we start moving forward. Then the activity really happens and we're going for it, you know. So it's not a reevaluation of your goal. It's just kind of looking at the next landmark, looking at the next transponder, whatever thing it is that kind of shows you where the next waypoint is, you know. The next milestone, yeah, the next goal in a longer, infinitely long series of goals, yeah. So this is, again, it's not the reevaluation of your plans. It's just the setting your sights on the next one in line, yeah. And then we're moving forward. And this is also Cancer. This is the Capricorn power card, okay. So this is sort of your opposite sign, and I think that this is, it shows that you've been listening to this channel for a while, you know, and that you've been doing the work that we've been talking about. Start my timer there. I don't know how long this video's been so far. You've been doing the work of sort of integrating your opposite sign. You know, Cancer and Capricorn are opposites on the wheel of the zodiac. And so I feel that you've been doing a lot more of that kind of long-term planning, the kind of goal-oriented vision, you know. I wonder if even in your life back in the day, you never really had a lot of goals. You know, I don't feel like you had people in your life that encouraged you to make goals. And so that you never really had goals, as people say, you know, in your life. You do now, right? You do now. And underneath the surface, we have the Leveling Up Doorway card of the Eon card. This is rebirth, reawakening, the baptism by fire, the trial by fire, right? You've got to squeeze through this door, and what this really is saying is that everything you've acquired in this Hierophant energy is now anything that's kind of extra, right, is being scraped away, burned away, singed off of you as you go through this. Any kind of baggage, any kind of nonsense that you've accumulated that's kind of sticking to your aura right now is going to be purified, burned away as you make this next transition to the next highest level, right? So it's kind of like the Japanese business model of lean. It's kind of I think there's another name for it, but it's like the lean business model, right? We're trying to eliminate waste, eliminate wasted energies, eliminate wasted connections, trying to just free ourselves from anything that's not helping us get to where we're going. Yeah. So you're at the gym, Again, we've leveled up at the gym. You realize now that those other exercises that you were doing, those lesser weights or whatever they were, those you gotta leave those behind. You've graduated from that now, and so that's all that stuff that's being left behind you as you go to this new landscape. Okay, and this is a doorway. So what we're going to do with this doorway is a doorway card. Spirit is saying that this is a good time for any kind of pursuit of a new job, a promotion, a new living situation, anything that's kind of like a leveling up. Now's the time for you to really set your sights on it and go for it. Right? Don't rush anything, but don't hesitate either. Okay? Here's a doorway for our doorway. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now, here. So this is, in some ways, saying that everything you thought you knew in this Hierophant energy, all the success that you've had before, you're kind of starting over. Doesn't mean you're going backwards, but you're existing on a higher level now. So it's kind of like you're starting from zero again, but on a higher octave, on a higher level, right? And I think that's sort of transcending this kind of this status that you already have, this sort of foundation that you have now. What used to be the ceiling, right, has now become the floor, and you're climbing up higher, right? Does that make sense? I feel like that's kind of the idea here between this fire and earth combination here. Fire to earth, fire to earth. The floor becomes the ceiling, becomes the floor again, okay? And that, to me, that's awesome. I think that's some serious business, you know? I like it very, very much. I don't know who the Queen of Wands is up here. I don't know if there's a connection with an older female energy for you. But I feel that this is kind of someone in your life really like keeps you on your toes, you know? This might be a romantic partner. It could be an older sibling. It could be a parent or a guardian or something that you've had. I mean, it could be an ancestor energy. It could be somebody that has already transitioned to spirit. But I feel like this is somebody that's very close to you and kind of like keeps you on track when you kind of start to wander into other energies. It's kind of saying, hey, it's time to get up, you know? So I feel like this is kind of a guardian angel in a way for you, right? And I don't know if this was, maybe it's a mom, grandma energy. I feel like it's somebody that was physically in your life that is now not. They are still in your life, just not physically, right? I think that's kind of the idea here. And this is maybe part of your love here too. I feel like there's a strong connection there with someone. Okay. And I don't think you're doing this for them, but I feel like this is kind of, this has to do with them in some way. I'm not sure exactly what. All right. But this is also another thing, right? The Queen of Wands. It's a water inside of the fire, right? And what this really is telling me is that in all of this ambition, see, we've got a lot of fire and earth. I mean, let's just look at the fire and earth we've got. We've got fire and earth. We've got fire and earth. And we've got fire and earth. In all of this fire and earth, and all of these different ways of looking at the leveling up, right? You don't want to lose sight of your purpose, your higher love, your commitment, your loyalty to what I think is the divine energy, to your soul, to spirit, God, goddess, deity, to whatever that kind of universal love is for that Two of Cups. Okay? This could all be leading you toward some kind of ultimate goal, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's one of those, what do they call that in art or design perspective, where it's kind of like the vanishing point, where we keep looking ahead, and we don't know how far the path really leads because there's that vanishing point. I think, is that what it's called, the vanishing point? I feel like that's kind of what the Two of Cups is, right? That we're pursuing this love, this spiritual energy, but we don't know really how far the path is taking us. It's kind of like we're going to keep doing this till I can't do it anymore, you know? That we have, you have such passion in your life. You have such a commitment and a loyalty and a devotion to, I don't know, to life, that you're just going to keep pursuing. It's going to just, it's a really amazing thing. And I don't know how to describe it necessarily. Well, let's let the cards do more of the talking here. Let's put these fellows back where they were here. So anyway, this I think is, it's another person. It's another entity, intelligence, spirit. It's a guardian angel, I think, in your life. But it is also that part of you that's kind of staying, even in all this fire and earth sort of ambition, that you're keeping your essential watery Cancer sort of nature, whatever your real true love is still in there, okay? And that's kind of shown up here with the Venus in Cancer, Two of Cups. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Something that you lost recently is going to be returned to you. I don't know what it is. It's coming from an unlikely place. I don't know if you misplaced something or if something was stolen, but I feel like someone's going to kind of find it and say, here, this is yours. They're not the ones that took it, so don't get mad at them, okay? The Seven of Swords is also, I think, a lot of people criticizing you. Everyone's going to have something to say. You know what they say about opinions, right? Everybody's got one. You don't listen. Don't listen to them, because some of this is going to be jealousy. Some of this is going to be really, I think, just people disagreeing with your ways, with how you are choosing to do things. There's different personalities involved in your life. Okay, and I think it's important for you, Cancer, to be very firm in your personality. Don't allow your beliefs to sort of dissipate into others' beliefs. Keep yourself distinct in what you feel and what you believe, your inner truth, your love, your identity. Keep it solid. Okay? Don't allow yourself to be sort of mind melded with everybody around you. Okay? It's a blessing for you to think and feel in a different way than everybody else. Remember that, okay? Because it's going to be difficult going forward. And I think the more you pursue your goals and your ambitions here, the more of these kinds of energies are going to come at you. See, this is sort of the central place. This card's right in the middle of the table, right? And this, I think, is really it's the big sort of obstacle you have to go through to get to the path of the serpent, to get to all the destiny, the wealth, the emperor energy, right? And that kind of, that true love sort of thing that we've got over there, right? That this is, you got to go through this sort of, all the, I don't feel like criticism. It feels like some of it's coming from you, but it's coming from outside, and then it's making you kind of think, maybe they're right. They're not right. Don't even listen to them, okay? We're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because it's totally free, and it helps out the channel, and I appreciate that very, very much. Star card, destiny. Your general energy now, I think, is one where you, like I said, you've done the work. Remember I said with that Capricorn energy, you've kind of, you found your ambition, you found your goals, you're fired up for life, You found your sort of Capricorn, devil card, creative, generative, driving force. And that's the Two of Cups, whatever that is, way out there. It's always something that you're striving forward toward. I think it's a union with God, at the end of the day. It manifests in different ways, right? And I think it really is kind of like the next milestone, and the next milestone, and the next milestone on this infinite quest for union with that ultimate energy of the universe. Anyway, the star card is twofold. First of all, it illuminates what's going on within you, shows you who you are, what you're all about. Okay, shows you where your problem areas are, Shows you where your sort of knots are, your tangles are, and so that you could work on them, right? And I think you've been doing that work. I think your next sort of tangle that you have to work on is that Seven of Swords. Not being so moved by the flattery or criticism coming in from other people. Okay? And see, once we start really understanding who we are and understanding that you are a unique individual, you are a spiritual entity in this sort of this scaffolding of our flesh, that you are distinct from other people. Yes, we're all the same. We're all one mind, one energy, one consciousness. But for right now, we're all separate and distinct points of view. Your point of view matters. Maybe it only matters to you, but it matters. Okay? And that's part of the Seven of Swords. So now that you're realizing that, you're starting to get some of that light. Because remember, the Star card illuminates us within. And then once we kind of get that going, some of that light starts to shine out into the world around us and shows you your path, shows you kind of where it's it's like those little solar lights that you stake into the ground that sort of like mark the path up to your driveway or whatever. That's kind of what it's like. And it's just this way or that way or this way or that way. It's you able to use that starlight. You're navigating by your own starlight here. Okay? And that, I think, is leading you to the very best life that you have ever lived, that you ever recall ever living. Also, there is an L name in your life somewhere. I don't know who the L person is, but I feel that it's a very significant energy for you, whoever that. And maybe it's this person up here. Also, somebody smoked in your house when you were a kid, and I feel like that was kind of that was an issue. And when you were a kid, maybe you come from that time where people used to smoke in their house, I don't know why that energy comes up. I kind of smell like the tobacco smoke, Anyway, I think there is a connection with this idea of sort of coming into your power a little bit later in life than maybe you kind of thought you should have. Right? Because I do feel that you were kind of listless for a while there. Now there's this focus. Now there is this, really strong energy here now. Okay? And I think you had chickens when you were a kid. All right. So the environment, 10 of Pentacles. You have your own vision of what the good life is, of what your best life is. This is you, I think, going after your goals, living your life the way you want to live it. This is you pursuing the things that you find valuable, the things that you cherish, the things that you love, the things that you want to have, want to experience, want to interact with, may be different than what other people think is valuable. Right? It's I've used the analogy here, like for me, I really do like that band, 21 Pilots, If they want a reading, just, email me, let me know. I heard that Tyler and Josh are, they do watch their readings here on the channel. I heard that from a friend. But I really like that band, Nobody else I know likes them. My family, my friends are just like, come on, man. But I do, I like it. And I'm going to continue to like it because each of us are a unique point of view. And there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you or what you're doing, or they're not going to like what you like. They don't have to, right? Nobody has to like what you like. Nobody has to have the same goals that you have. Nobody has to have the same experience of life that you have. What the important thing is here is that you are liking things and pursuing things and interacting with things, consuming things that you love, that give you this kind of Two of Cups feeling of like the divine in your life, right? And if it has that sort of feeling and that intensity and that love for you, then it is right, okay? as long as it's not hurting anybody and all that kind of stuff. But for somebody to criticize that, it's going to happen. People are going to laugh. Oh, you like 21 Pilots? Dave Matthews Band is my other favorite. It's up to you what you pursue in your life, what your goals are, what your vision, what your picture of your best life is. What are these things that you want in life? I know 10 of Pentacles, money, right? Yeah, everybody needs money. What else is here? Money is just that last little coin at the bottom. What are those other coins? What are the other things that you find valuable in life that you want to pursue as you work your way toward union with the infinite? As you climb your way up this ladder, ceiling after floor after ceiling after floor, all the way to the top, what are those things that you're pursuing? You decide for you what your goals are, no matter what anybody else may have to say about it. But don't change your picture of your best life because of the negative things that other people say. Other people criticize, oh, you like 21 Pilots, ha ha ha. Then you go and you throw away all your merch, right? You burn all your CDs and stuff. Don't do that. Don't start liking some other, music just because you feel that it's more like acceptable, right? And I know music is a silly thing. I think it's actually probably pretty common that this sort of thing happens. But anything in life, right? Music is just that. It's just for instance, But anyway, 10 of Pentacles in the environment, your life is exceeding your expectations, okay? That this is real wealth. This is a real richness in your life. And it's because you have this focus, it's because you can listen to the intuition, you can see the light coming from the star, and like when it's time to kind of to level up again. So I think that this is really a card that says you've got a pretty clear picture, and especially when we look at the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is looking at this. This is the kind of future. This is the next stop on your journey, and this is what the Knight of Pentacles is looking at. Of course, you got to get past this, right? That's what we've been talking about. And this whole process is leading you to this Emperor energy. The Emperor energy is full agency and autonomy over your life, that you're not beholden to anyone except for God, goddess, deity, your own conscience, and of course the rules and laws of the country in which you live. But this is kind of saying that you're free to pursue your life. You're free to pursue the kind of wealth and richness, the things that matter to you. See, fire and earth. In the most fundamental way, you're an autonomous being. You're a spiritual entity that has a right to experience manifestation in your own very unique way, as are all of us, right? And I think that's kind of been a bit of a challenge for you, is to kind of become this Emperor. You are learning, Cancer, how to stand up for yourself and not change your views or your opinions or alter your point of view because of what somebody else is kind of saying or what the energy around you might be saying. That you could be alone in your belief and everybody around you is against you, but you are still saying, no, this is what I believe. This is what I like. This is what I feel. And it doesn't mean that, you're holding on to some belief about the world and everybody around you is saying, no, you're wrong, and you're refusing to see the evidence and see how, well, maybe I am wrong. It's not really about that. It's about you having your unique point of view, okay? But at the same time, yes, you're also open to new scientific information that say maybe you should adjust your theories about the universe or whatever. That's on a different plane. And we're talking, that's something very different than this, okay? So the Emperor, yes, this I think has been a challenge for you to have that very solid ego boundary, right? We don't want that ego boundary to be so diffuse, okay? Two of Cups, absolute love. This is wonderful, perfect. This is union with everything that you sort of, everything that you set up as your next sort of goal, right? For the time being, this is God, goddess, deity. We're going to unite with this. And then, of course, Hierophant comes, and now it's time to make the ceiling the floor again and pursue the next thing that you love in life. And we're constantly advancing through life, and I think you're having a very rich experience. 10 of Pentacles, right? That you are a soul that is incarnated in the flesh, and you are having a pretty good time of it now. And I don't think it always was like this, but it is now. Mystery card, shall we? Thank you, Alien. I think we need a little bit of an expansion of the water energy, right? We've got the Two of Cups, all the water we have. Let's get a little bit more. We know the air energy is there. The 10 of Pentacles is already complete, right? Let's get a little bit of an expansion of the water energy. Oh, we've got a Page of Pentacles. I think the Page of Pentacles is you on this next plane, right? So we've made the ceiling now the floor, and we've kind of leveled up, and now you're standing on this new ground, and you're kind of looking around, and you realize that you're sort of the new kid on the block again. Just like we said here, it says begin here. Okay? Well, this is you beginning here. This is you realizing that you're kind of now starting from the bottom again. We reach the 10, it becomes a 1, an ace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it becomes a 1 or an ace again. All right, we keep climbing up, the ceiling becomes the floor. So this is you realizing that and understanding that you're not walking into this new place already the Hierophant Emperor, right? You've got to sort of work your way up again. You've got to earn that. It's like if you go to let's say you've been I don't know, a machinist, a CNC operator for years, right? You're an expert at doing the machining stuff. You go start your job at a new company. You don't walk in thinking you're the expert, telling everybody else what to do and, bossing everybody around. No, you come in, you got a little bit of a sense of humbleness. I'm here to learn. Look at me like someone who's totally green, never done this before. Show me what to do. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to get my hands dirty. I'm ready to figure it out. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to do it. Not walking in feeling that you've already paid your dues. That was on the previous plane. You're on a higher plane now. You got new dues to pay, you see? And that's the Page, works its way up to then being the Knight, right? This is the lowest, this is the highest. Princess, Prince, Queen, and then the Knight at the very top in the hierarchy of the court cards. So we're kind of starting from ground zero. We're working our way back up again to being that Hierophant and having that Knight of Pentacles attitude. And then the ceiling becomes the floor again, and we're right back here. It's an ongoing cycle of creation. This is the best reading I've ever done for you. I love this so much. We're going to do an extended reading. That's how much I love it. Click on the link in the corner, or there's one down below. New readings for you, Cancer, are Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.